That is not good. Like, Georgia Amore being gone for the year is really not what anyone wanted to see coming into the year. Like, again, I really wanted to see, like, look, I wanted to see Lucy Olsen getting minutes for that Washington Mystics team, but like, I wanted Lucy Olsen to fight it out, and I thought Lucy Olsen could have beaten out Georgia Amore for that backup point guard slot. Like, if you're looking at this channel quite a few times, I've said it, that I feel like I don't understand why Georgia Amore went sixth, but they're now in a weird situation for the Mystics where they might either have to cut her in Georgia Amore, or they're gonna have to eat the salary. But if you're looking at the Mystics team, I think they've got plenty of salary, because if you look at their team, you've got rookie contract, 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 200K a year, training camp contract, rookie contract, 170K a year. So they have enough. They have enough money. And if you don't hit the minimum salary, all it means is that the money from what you're paying to the minimum salary gets split between all the players in the team. So nobody's on this team's making money. So what they're probably going to do is they're probably just going to carry 13 players. Like, you're allowed to carry 13 players, by the way. You just can't put them on. You just can't make them part of your active roster. So if you guys don't know, last year the Fever had to pay Celeste Taylor after they cut her, but because they had money left, they were paying Damaris Dantas while she was injured, and then when Damaris Dantas came in, they cut Celeste Taylor, but they still had to pay Celeste Taylor. So they have enough that I would say Georgia Amore is just going to be there, and they have enough that they're okay. So it's not like the Fever drafting somebody that got injured where they have to just let them go. However, Lucy Olsen, this is a big time for Lucy Olsen. This is a big, big time. If you are Lucy Olsen, this realistically is your time to. It's your time, not your time necessarily to shine, but this is her time to step up. Like, if you're listening to the coach here talking about players that have stood out as training camp, straight away talking about Lucy Olsen.
That's a good point. I mean, I think it's funny, like Lucy, that mid range. I don't know, man. Like, somehow she can get to that thing. It's just really. She's not the fastest. She's not the most athletic. I'm not saying she's not fast or not, but just relative to the W, there's some high standard in this league. She doesn't like blow you away with her athleticism and all that, but she gets that mid range. No matter what's going on, she gets to it. I'd say.
And that's the thing I noticed with the Iowa Hawkeyes a lot, is that when they played better teams, like when they lost to Ohio State, and when they lost to, like, even when they played against USC, or when they lost to Oklahoma in bad games, the only player, like, it looked like the only player at times who could get past the halfway line in some of those games was Lucy Olsen. She just got to her spots. She just, even when she was missing, she was the only one who looked like she was at the level of the tippity top teams in the nation. Like, again, the rest of the players were good. A Fulter maybe, but she looked like she was at the level. Like, she looked like she would fit in on literally any team in the country.
She's just like, she's quite the player, like confident, in good size. I could go down the list. Zay's had, some good moments. She's got some versatility there. Georgia just feels the energy, the building with her energy, and then Sonia's just been steady. Like, and that's not a small thing, to be a young player and be steady, like know what you're going to get day in and day out. So,
and like, that's the thing. The fact is, again, the coaches asked about the rookies and straight away talking about Lucy Olsen, and it is just a pity that rather than going to just try fight it out with Georgia Amore, which I think she would win. I stand by this. I still think Lucy Olsen would beat out Georgia Amore for that backup point guard spot. And again, I think they both make the roster. I definitely think they would both. They're both going to make the roster. Obviously, they're not. Like, Georgia Amore is not going to not make the roster. Let's be honest. Georgia Amore is making the roster. would have made the roster had she not been injured. But I still think with Lucy Olsen that she now is going to be thrown into a situation where she's going to immediately be told you're playing some sort of role. Like, it's not going to be anything crazy. So, but she's going to have to play a role. Like, I actually think of all the rookies on the Mystics, I have a weird feeling Sonia's stat line is going to be like 4-2-2 or something. But Lucy's now fighting it out with Jade Melbourne. She's now fighting out with Jade Melbourne in a battle that I think she might be able to win. I think she might be able to win that battle, and it's gonna be a real tough one. It's gonna be a real tough one for her to go and beat out a player like a Jade Melbourne who has experience at the Olympics, who has experience in the WNBA, who is young. Is Lucy? What age is Lucy Olsen actually? Is Lucy Olsen? She wasn't she wasn't a super senior. Sorry, who's only 6 months older or something than Lucy Olsen with all that experience. So I don't see her coming in day one at that starting point guard position. Like, I still think whether or not it was Lucy Olsen or Jade Melbourne, I think no matter what, or Georgia Amore, I think Jade Melbourne starts over both of them. But with the extra height that Lucy Olsen has, like, Lucy Olsen is what, like 5'10"-ish? She can play at a 1-2, but at the WNBA level, she's probably a 1. So, yeah, it's going to be a real interesting one to see what happens with her. With Kiki Iriafen, Kiki Iriafen is playing behind Aaliyah Edwards and Shakira Austin and Steph Dolson. So I don't really know how many minutes Kiki Iriafen is going to play. So they got a really good young front court that are going to monopolize a lot of the minutes. And it just, in terms of level, Shakira Austin and Aaliyah Edwards are a higher level player than Jade Melbourne. And obviously Brittany Sykes is going to be there. You're probably going to be looking at Sonia Citron coming in at the 3 maybe. Unless they start Kiki and move Aaliyah Edwards down to the 3, which would be crazy, but they might go and do that. But Lucy Olsen is actually now in a position where she can fight it out for the starting point guard position. You never know. They might zag and start. Yeah, they might zag and trade Shakira Austin. Or they might zag and start Sykes at the 1, Citron at the 2, and just say, Kiki, we're going to trust that you can make a 3-point shot and start Kiki at the 3. I doubt they do that, but yeah, all in all, it's a situation that I think she's going to be well able for. I think Lucy Olsen's going to be well up for that, but yeah, I just hope. It's just a pity that it's taken an ACL injury for her to just automatically win out on that one. And it's also unfortunate for just Georgia Amore in general that she's hurt, because you never want to see a player, especially when they are just starting off their careers, getting hurt like this. But anyway, yeah, that's it.